Chapter 1332. Wilbur clenched his jaw after a long while. He said, I wish to eradicate the Church of Holy Illuminati. The Church of Holy Illuminati was his biggest enemy, especially after the incident. The Church of Holy Illuminati and his Church of the Fire Dragon Lord were mortal enemies. The Church of Holy Illuminati was powerful, so he felt like he would be no match for them if a war broke out. He also heard that the Pope was invincible. The Church of Holy Illuminati had millions of years' worth of treasure, so they probably had more than the Ring of Fire. They were a real threat to Wilbur. The old dragon could be heard after Wilbur made his wish. As you wish, the Church of Holy Illuminati will be eradicated. Will they be eradicated right now? Asked Wilbur while poking his head out. The Church of Holy Illuminati will be eradicated, but not right now. The consciousness of the dragon went away like the tide. Wilbur was stunned. He suddenly burst out a tantrum after a moment. He cursed. What the fuck do you mean by that? Are you toying with me? Wilbur scolded for more than half an hour. Fuck. The eradication of the Church of Holy Illuminati can be after 10,000 years. Isn't the dragon bluffing in the end if that's how my wish will be granted? He thought. Wilbur was exhausted from scolding the old dragon, so he sat on the ground. He felt fooled by the old dragon. He felt like he should have asked for something substantial. It was a shame that there were no second chances. He calmed down after a moment, then despised the lousy personality of the old dragon again. He looked towards the screen. The screen was full of items. An option soon caught his attention. Faith Seal. Wilbur fell into deep thought after reading the introduction. The Faith Seal was an ability to implant an idea or a thought into someone's consciousness, and that person would believe it without a doubt. That ability was a divine skill for churches. He could have the most faithful believers. Moreover, if he could master the ability, he might be able to implant faith in widespread groups. There were various ways to use that ability. It was marvelous when he thought about it. He pondered for a while and decided to choose that option. He chose to exchange it. The golden hourglass turned, and the grace points were instantly used up. A ball of light levitated and entered Wilbur's consciousness. Wilbur was in immense pain, but the ability was very useful to him, so he did not regret it. Wilbur shook his head at what had happened the night before. Then he exited the demoplane. He had to scold the old dragon again before he left. There was a Holy Illuminati church in the Vatican. The church was tall and large. The distance between the floor and the dome was around 100 meters. The church was around 1,000 square meters with 12 angel statues. The statues were more than 10 meters high, and they were refined. 3 figures stood in front of the holy pool in the church. They looked tiny in the massive church. There was an old man with long gray robes and 2 middle-aged men. The middle-aged men wore long white robes with blood-red capes. There were crosses and holy verses sewn on the robes and capes. They were beautifully made, a stark contrast to the plainly dressed old man.